So I will be passing my virtual mic over to you, and we will be covering some final questions later on after your presentation.
All right. Okay, sure. Thank you. Right. Okay, hi everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let me just set up my slides. All right. So today I'll be briefing you about early childhood education and oh, sorry. All right, sorry. So I'll be talking about how in demand early childhood educators are, especially for this time and age, during this 21st century, whereby we would need to prepare our children, prepare our students, so that they can thrive, in this very fast-paced 21st century. Okay, so well, before I get into details, the details of early childhood education. Now, I just want to share with you this picture here. Yeah, don't all of us miss this, especially now. Yeah, yes. And then yes, hopefully we can go back there and have a good time there. So what I want to talk about really is about the evolution about movie ticketing. Okay, over the decades. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how young or how old all our attendees are here. Yeah, but maybe I would feel older. But anyway, I'll just share with you quickly the history of movie ticketing. Well, previously, before we had GSC or even TGV and all that, how did people, moviegoers, buy movie tickets? Yeah, you will have an auntie at the counter there, and then she has this big sheet of paper that resembles exactly like the seating arrangement in a cinema. And then you will go there and then you will choose the seat, and then she will be there with her red color pencil, I still remember, and then she'll shade off, So that's how it was last time. And then later on, that evolved into telecommunication, where you can book your movie tickets by making a phone call. Yeah, so you will talk to someone over the phone, and then you will tell them what time your movie, what time do you want to watch your movie, etc. All right. So then later on, okay, of course, it moved on to then we had GSC and TGV and all that. Then you can go over to the counter. So there are lots of people at the counter there, to choose, to print out the tickets for you. But of late, even before the pandemic, then movie ticketing purchase became much easier, where you can now purchase your tickets online. All right, so there's no human interaction whatsoever at the comfort of your home. You're using your handphone or your laptop. You can just pick your seats and pay for it on the spot. So then later, I remember one time, I used to go for movies, obviously. So previously, as I mentioned from the pictures earlier, there are people behind the counters that assist you. And then one fine day, I realized that all those counters are gone and replaced by machines. So when I saw that, it kind of made me wonder, wow, what happened? What will happen to those people who are behind the counters last time? Most probably they will have to reskill and then move on to another sort of position, you see. And that got me wondering that a lot of jobs these days have been replaced by machines. So that brings me to this term called Industry Revolution 4.0. And this is the century that we are at right now. This is the revolution that we are living in. And this is the crucial time that we have to prepare ourselves as well as our students and children for this world. All right, so if you can see on the screen right now, yeah, there are so many different, I would say, terms that maybe some of us may not even know, right? Like big data, robots, simulation, and then now we have Internet of Things, which by if I sidetrack a little bit, yeah, MCKL is offering this diploma right now because MCKL is looking and moving towards this direction of Industry 4.0. So, and besides that, yeah, even our diploma in early childhood education, we too have to evolve, just like what I shared with you just now, the movie ticketing process, right? We too have to evolve to make sure that our current teaching and learning practices also prepares our young children for this future. Okay, so now just a quick introduction. As I mentioned, yeah, with this century's rapid development technologies, our lives are constantly evolving, it's changing, and now it has been accelerated by this pandemic. Yeah, last time, I mean, online learning was unheard of, or if not, least practiced. But now it's like a norm. All right. So because of these changes, yeah, that's presented to us by the development of technologies, our students, their needs to memorize facts are slowly diminishing. Because why? Because now everything is at our fingertips, correct? You don't know anything, who do you ask? Yeah, you ask Mr. Google. You don't know where to go, who do you ask? Google Maps. You ask Waze. Everything is at your fingertips. So now you don't have to memorize, but now we need to gain another different skill, which is to learn how to filter and assess the information that's at our fingertips critically. All right, because if you just type Google, information is vast, but now the issue is how do we critically consume all this information? Okay, so therefore, all these changes brings about these essential 21st century skills that all of our students should have, even myself, yeah, everybody should have in order to stay competitive in a changing job market. All right, so if you just briefly look at your screen over here, yeah, learning skills, literacy skills, life skills, you look at all the elements there. They want us to critically think. They want us to be creative. They want us to be able to collaborate with one another and to communicate effectively. All right? And then if you look over at the literacy skills, yeah, information, media, technology is our main tools. And besides that, they are also emphasizing on life skills, such as leadership skills, initiative, productivity, and social development. All right, so now our question is, where do we begin? Yeah, we begin now, most importantly. Yeah, I know like for those of y'all who are still, who have just graduated from secondary school, I mean, y'all have heard of HOTS and KEBAT, all right, all those higher order thinking skills questions, for example. I think the year when the Ministry of Education introduced that, some of the students there were really shocked on how to answer these kind of questions, because we were never being exposed to the kind of environment that allows us to think critically. And now suddenly it was put in front of you, and then you know, you just had to suddenly acquire those skills overnight. Therefore, this is where it starts. Yeah, this is where early childhood education is so important and so in demand right now, because the earlier you start, then it has become ingrained in you, right? So then you will be equipped with those skills even as you move along to primary, secondary, and tertiary level. And then your skills just continue to get better and better. So if you look at the pictures here, all right, a girl playing with jigsaw puzzles. It's not just playing, but she is problem solving. How do I fit this piece of puzzle, yeah, so that it all connects to make one complete picture, right? So there's a lot of problem solving involved. And then next, okay, which is one of my favorite kind of activity to do with young children, is culinary skills, yeah, baking or cooking. This is where they would learn critical thinking. We allow them to critically think, what's going to happen if I were to make a dough, a pizza dough, for instance, yeah, and the dough is too soggy, too wet. How do I solve that problem? How do I make sure that my dough, yeah, is the right consistency, so then my pizza dough is yummy, right? So there you go. Children will have to critically think, and say, wow, okay, if my dough is too wet, then I will need to add in more flour, you know, things like that. Okay, and then next one, especially in this pandemic, resilience. Yeah, resilience is another skill that we should also teach our children. And how does resilience come about? Is when we give our children opportunities to solve problems and to critically think on their own. Yeah, instead of being spoon-fed with information, if they can think, if they can rationalize and analyze, how do they solve the issue? That builds their resilience, either cognitively or even emotionally. Okay, and then just now, if you remember, one of the 21st century skills is collaboration, group work. Yeah, group work and that, or even pair work would be a very good skill to have, because this will bring them through the other stages in life. Yeah, because next time when you graduate, when you go to work, you don't work alone. Yeah, no man is an island, but you work as a team. Yeah, so these are some of the essential 21st century skills that we need to equip ourselves with, our students and our children, yeah, from the very beginning. All right, so now, so how is this early childhood education an in-demand career now? Okay, as I mentioned, okay, that this was covered earlier on. It's because we want to hone the 21st century skills at a very young age. Therefore, it's very crucial for our students to start young. And then in order to do that, we need trained and qualified teachers who are able to provide our children these sort of meaningful learning experiences. Okay, and then what else? Yeah, why is it an in-demand career? It's a growing field, yeah, due to the growing demand in the market. If you notice that, if you just look back 10 years ago until today, or even 20 years ago, yeah, 20 years ago probably, yeah, you have never probably heard of, or 20 or 30 years ago, never heard of early childhood education. Yeah, nobody talks about that. But nowadays, everywhere you go, whichever taman you go to, every housing residential taman area will have at least 3 to 5 kindergartens, all right? And then if you go to the shopping malls, okay, hopefully they'll be open one day, there's always one dedicated level in the shopping mall, whereas if you can see all sorts of centers, enrichment learning centers, music centers, robotic centers, whatever you name it. Why is it all there? Yeah, because there is a demand in the market. Only if there's a demand in the market, you will have all these lucrative businesses, seriously, okay? Next. It is a fulfilling profession. Yeah, when it comes to teaching, especially when you're teaching young children, it really inspires you because you know that you are creating a positive impact from the very beginning, from the early years stage. Yeah, because young children are just like sponges. Yeah, if you give them positive learning experiences, that is what they will receive, and then that sticks with them. Yeah, in their lifetimes. Yeah, that's what our research has shown anyways. And then what else? Yeah, another thing why it's an in-demand career is that even our government recognizes this and is regulating this. Yeah, because what is the minimum qualification? It's a diploma in early childhood education. because back in 2016, yeah, our Ministry of Education has already mentioned this, that effective year 2020, which was last year, new preschool teachers are to possess a minimum of a diploma in early childhood education. Okay, this is the bare minimum. And because they see the importance of early childhood education, and then they see the importance of having more qualified teachers, yeah, to provide our young children with the best educational experiences. Okay, so therefore, that's why nowadays, even some of my friends who are principals in kindergartens, they will, because of this regulation, they will try the very best right now, yeah, to hire. All their new hires must have a minimum diploma. Okay, so that long gone, those were the days where last time, a lot of SPM leavers can just walk into kindergartens and then just start working there and then work for the rest of their 20, 25 years, yeah, career years. But now it's different. Yeah, nowadays, if you don't have the diploma in early childhood education, it'll be very difficult for you to get into a good kindergarten to work at. So, therefore, if you look at this here, another thing why is an in-demand career. If you look at the statistics here, from 2010, 2015 to 2020, if you just look at the last row there, preschool teachers that are needed. You can see from 10 years ago until 2020, last year, yeah, the demand is double. All right. So now, even though you may be asking that, how about now during the pandemic? Yeah, pandemic when things are online and all that, schools are still open, kindergartens are still open, because they have to operate in order to serve parents who are working in the essential services sector, as well parents who are the frontliners. Okay, so it's very much in demand despite it being a pandemic. All right, and then if you just click on Google, not Google, Job Street, for instance, you just type in early childhood education or kindergarten teacher, you will see a lot of job postings there. Okay, so because of that, yeah, besides the kindergartens being open, yeah, so then they have physical care, yeah, for those children whose parents need that kind of services. But behind the scenes, they still need teachers to conduct online classes, yeah, for their kindergarten students. All right, so I have ex-students who are now extremely busy, extremely busy preparing for online classes on a daily basis. Okay, yes, I know, of course, it's not the same as physical classes, but once they get to physical classes, yeah, then that'll be just great. But for right now, yeah, they're trying their very best, to come up with very interesting online activities and classes. Yeah, I'm very capable. I even went in. Yeah, I was invited myself. Yeah, invited myself into some of these online classes, and it was just amazing. It was just amazing to see young children being immersed in all these activities, just because, yeah, my ex-students who are now teachers, they really went the extra mile to make it so interesting. Yeah, so interesting for children. Okay, so that's why it's still an in-demand career, even during this time. Yeah. So now, another thing that you may be wondering is, what are the career opportunities that you will have? So as I mentioned earlier, yeah, this profession is a very beautiful profession, I would say, yeah, because whatever you do, it always comes from the heart, yeah, because you know that you're doing it for the betterment of our young children. So here are just some examples. Yeah, I mean, it's a exhaustive list. Okay, of course, you can be preschool teachers, yeah, either in private kindergartens, or if not, you can also venture into, when I talk about preschool, you can also go into international schools. Yeah, international schools that I think are mainly all of the international schools will have preschools as well. So they do accept our students, yeah, who have a diploma in early childhood education. Yeah, so we have quite a number of students in international schools, and they are doing very. And another one is, yeah, if you can also become your own proprietor, yeah, the owner of your own kindergarten or the centers. Another one, you can be what we call a curriculum developer. Curriculum developer would be something like, you know, you work in a team whereby you are usually working with under a big kindergarten chain or group where they want a certain consistency in their syllabus. So you as a curriculum developer, you will come up, yeah, you will come up with a whole list of activities, lesson plans that the entire chain of kindergartens will have to follow. Okay, so I even have an ex-colleague who's doing that right now. Then another one is the early intervention specialist and special needs teacher. So of course nowadays we have to cater to the diversity of learners that we have, yeah, and then that's where children with unique and special learning needs comes in, and they would need specialized teachers, yeah, who have certain skills in individualizing their learning needs, yeah, that's where special needs teacher will come in. The next one is ECE entrepreneur. Now, what is this? Yeah, in ECE entrepreneur, you can see if you just type into Lazada or even Shopee or anything like that, early childhood, if you put their toys or manipulatives and all that, that is a very lucrative business over there. Yeah, because all kindergartens will need these materials and they need people. Yeah, they need businesses to supply them with those materials. Yeah, then the next one, you can also become a lecturer like me, yeah, or a teacher trainer. Yeah, next time when you've gained more experience, you can even train. Yeah, you can continue training the teachers, yeah, in the kindergarten. Another one, you can also contribute to parenting book or magazine. Yeah, you can write articles and all that, which I had the privilege of writing one article recently as well. Okay, and then if not, nowadays, if you go to MPH, lots of picture books, and it's so refreshing to see a lot of our local people that is published published and written by our local authors. Yeah, so children book writer or editor. These are the examples of jobs that you can have. All right. So therefore, yeah, with an array of job opportunities there, we want to make sure, yeah, in MCKL that we prepare our students to make sure that they are ready for the industry out there. Okay, so it's not all about studying only. There's a lot of hands-on experiences that we provide our students with. Okay, so this is just one picture, one example of creative storytelling. You can see here, yeah, the book itself, yeah, is handmade, is hand-drawn, yeah, because we want to make sure that our students are capable of coming up with creative storylines, not just rely on published books. Okay, so this is where they also exercise their creativity. Yeah, remember, creativity was one of the 21st century skills, right? Besides storytelling, yeah, we also have creative puppetry. Yeah, I think this was such a fun class to have. Our students, yeah, we always want them to think outside the box. Besides just teaching, yeah, teaching using worksheets, that is just one minor part of it. Coming up with creative teaching aids and activities is what will engage our young children. Okay, so this is another skill, yeah, of being an early childhood educator. Now you might be wondering, okay, all these were pre-pandemic, yeah. So what do we do now? Now when things are online, same thing. There's still lots of online teaching and learning that we expose our children to. So this is just a snapshot of one of our online classes. If you can see here, it's really a collaborative online teaching and learning session here. You can see all our students are dressed up in different costumes. Yeah, they were doing a dramatic play here, then you might be thinking, wow, yeah, dramatic play, of course, if you do it face to face is more effective. But then since now we're in the pandemic, we have to think outside the box. You see, this can still be done. Yeah, and children are equally entertained. Children are still learning, yeah, to the most optimum level. Okay, so you can see here they're all these are all our students, yeah, who they're doing all this collaborative learning. And next one also, all right, this is a creative online storytelling session. Maybe I'll just play for you.
Oh, Poh Swan, we can't hear the student.
Oh, you can't hear?
No.
Oh, all right. Okay, so sorry. All right. So anyway, yeah, this is another way of storytelling. Yeah, where our students, yeah, they do a storybook using PowerPoint slides for our young children to enjoy. Yeah, so this is also another example. And then next one, yeah, art and craft. Yeah, is another subject that you also learn under our diploma in childhood, where again, our students are very hands-on. They bring in materials and then they are creating so many different types of teaching aids here. You can see here, everything is really handmade. Yeah, and then this is something that sometimes we need to prepare our graduates for, because kindergartens sometimes some of them run in tight budgets also. So we need to recycle, upcycle whatever materials that we have. Yeah, so this is again another very fruitful learning experience for our students. The next one, yeah, the next one is another subject called health, safety, and nutrition. Another subject where our students also learn how to prepare, yeah, healthy snacks for our children. Yeah, so you can see here our students really had a lot of fun. And in fact, I think this semester we also have the same subject. Although we can't do a physical presentation like this, our students were able to still do it at the comfort of their homes. Okay, so this is another one. Thanks. So now with all these learning experiences, right, we have gotten a lot of commendations and also feedback, yeah, feedback from from our list of kindergartens that we collaborate with. And a lot of our students who do their practicum, yeah, or teaching practice with these kindergartens later on retain our students and then our students will become their staff over there. Yeah, so here are just some places our MCKL alumni are working at right now and are still working there. Yeah, so like Joy Kids International Preschool, yeah, we have a few of our students still there conducting online classes now. Then Treetop House, right smack in the middle of Ampang in KL, yeah, with all surrounded by all the international embassies. Yeah, so then we have Real Kids. Real Kids is a huge kindergarten chain. Yeah, so a lot of our students are also working with them. And then we have Tunas Kijang, yeah, which is actually under Bank Negara. Yeah, it's also another good kindergarten where a lot of our students are still there. So this could be one of the options for you. Yeah, that means after your diploma with us, yeah, 2.5 years with us, your diploma allows you to go straight into work. On the other hand, yeah, if you don't wish to work yet, or you can even work for 1 or 2 years, and then you can then continue on with your educational journey. Yeah, so you can, with a diploma, you can then move on to get your degree. So MCKL, yeah, we have been working alongside with a number of our partner universities all these years. Yeah, and then here are just some of our partner universities. We have Munster Technological University in Ireland. Then we have University of Gloucestershire from the UK. Then we have University of Northampton from the UK as well, Brock University from Canada. Then we have the New Zealand Tertiary College. So the two favorite choices of our students are really the first two at the top there, Munster Technological University and Gloucestershire university. And the reason being is that it's a really fast track sort of journey for you. Yeah, you 2.5 years with us, yeah, in MCKL for your diploma, and then you just need to top up another 9 months. Yeah, 9 months in Ireland in order to get a degree. Yeah, an honors degree from Ireland. Yeah, so you can see here is a 1 final year at Munster Technological University, and then here are just an estimation of the fees and the living expenses. Yeah, that you would need, yeah, in order to go there. But one thing that's very attractive, and that's the reason why most of our students, yeah, opt for this university, is that is free accommodation. Right, free accommodation, and then the hostel is really nice. Yeah, it's very cozy, very comfortable, and that's why most of our students choose this. Yeah, so that means in less than, it's like less than 3.5 years. Yeah, if you study with us from MCKL, then you'll be able to finish up your you'll be able to obtain your degree. Yeah, in 3 years. Yeah, 3 years and a few months. All right, so it's a very fast track thing, because if you were to study a full-blown degree in Ireland, it takes 4 years. Yeah, so because we have a very good partnership with them, and they recognize the standards of our diploma. That's why they allow our students who graduate from us to go straight into their final year. Okay, so this is our Munster Technological University in Ireland. The next option that you can have is University of Gloucestershire. Okay, this is also a 1 year top up, yeah, a 1 year top up degree. And then these are your, this is their estimated tuition fees. Okay, so it's slightly higher, yeah, because it's in England, all right? So that is University of Gloucestershire. Next one, you also have another option, is University of Northampton in the UK. All right, so these are the estimated fees as well. So you can see by the comparison, yeah, comparison in pricing. I think if that's why you would see that University of Ireland, yeah, is more cost efficient. Yeah, if you just add up, if you just roughly do a calculation of the fees and living expenses. All right, so these are just some of your options, yeah, options if you would like to further your studies after your diploma. All right, so essentially at the end of the day, teaching, as I say, yeah, especially teaching young children, is really a work of art. I think those of you who are interested in this course, you know what you want to do, right? And now with the government regulation, which emphasize on you obtaining a diploma, yeah, is very important. Therefore, equipping yourself with the right sort of pedagogical skills, yeah, the right theories, then you will need to choose the college that will equip you, yeah, with those skills. Yeah, so therefore, MCKL, yeah, MCKL will be able to provide you with that opportunity, yeah, so that you will enter the industry or enter the job market with confidence. Yeah, I think so far from the feedback that we have from our alumni and also from our partner kindergartens, so far, yeah, I think our students have a very pleasant working experience due to the strong foundation, yeah, that we provide them. All right, so you can scan, yeah, if you have a handphone, if you want to find more details, you can just scan and just go to our website. And then you get the whole list of details there from the list of subjects that you'll be able to take, and the intakes. Yeah, our next intake is in August. Yeah, so we have a full-time program as well as part-time program. Full-time program, your classes will be from Mondays to Fridays, and your classes, the earliest class will be at 8 o'clock, in the morning. Yeah, I know that's quite early, but then you end early as well. Yeah, you end at 4 p.m. Okay, and then for those of you who are maybe working now, you're working in the industry, but you would like to be qualified, then you can join our part-time mode, which is on Saturdays. Yeah, and then in Saturday classes starts as early as 8 o'clock. Yeah, I just had one session with our part-time student this morning. Usually finish around 3 to 4 p.m. as well. All right. And then of course now I think as mentioned earlier by Ms. Jolie and also, yeah, we also have micro credentials. Yeah, micro credential courses, which whereby you if you don't feel that you want to commit yourself. Yeah, I'm talking about those of you who are working and don't want to commit yourself to having to taking so many subjects at one semester. All right, then you can go for micro credentials. You just choose one course like that, and then you can take it up, as and when you need. Okay, so it's a very flexible thing. So after a while, one thing, the beauty about micro credential is that it is a stackable cost. Yeah, stackable cost. That means you can just collect along the way. Yeah, so I know some of us we need to work, but at the same time we also want that qualification. So you can always go for our micro credential courses. You maybe can take 1 or 2 in one semester, then you can stack it up as you go along. Yeah, then before you know it, the more you stack, before you know it, you have already completed all the courses. Then you will be awarded with a diploma in early childhood education. Yeah, so therefore our diploma program is very flexible. Yeah, so it depends on what are your needs. Yeah, so if you are not working and you feel that you can commit full-time, then join our full-time program. But if you are working, then you can go for our part-time program. There's no issue at all. But on the other hand, if you feel that you want to study part-time, but then you feel that you don't want to commit, yeah, financially or even in terms of the number of subjects at one go, then you can always opt for our micro credential courses. No problems there. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your attention. This will be the end of my presentation. Yeah, back to you, Samantha.
Thank you so much, Ms. Poh Swan. Such an insightful sharing session with everyone today. Now, I do have a few questions. We will quickly go through the questions as we're almost out of time.
All right.
As you know, the early childhood program, it's a very female-dominated industry. Are the opportunities for male graduates equal to female graduates in the industry?
Well, yes. I mean, originally it is a female-dominated industry, but I'm so glad to see that changing over the past few years. Yeah, I mean, there's always this misconception and stigma about this, but now I'm so glad to see that the industry has become more accepting and supportive of male teachers. Okay, and then in fact, I'm just so pleased to see that every intake that we have, we are getting more and more males in our program, and I'm also very proud to announce that all of them are doing very well. Yeah, very well in the industry out there. And I myself personally, last time when I was working in the kindergarten, I had a male assistant teacher, and I found that really refreshing, because when you have a male teacher or male adult presence, yeah, in an early childhood classroom, you know, it somehow creates a different and very interesting dynamics to the classroom learning climate, because there's so-called like a father figure. There's a father figure in the class, you know, so it's a very good balance. Yeah, it's a very good balance, and it's something that maybe sometimes the female teachers may not be able to provide also. Yeah, so besides that also, I mean, don't worry if you're a male candidate and you feel that you're interested in this in this course, because you can play other various roles, in other career opportunities. Like we have one student who just graduated this year. He's going to further his studies, and then he's thinking of going into child psychology as well. So actually your opportunities are boundless. You can also become a specialist in special education, whatever it may be. No issues there.
Thank you so much. The second question is there a possibility to continue a degree locally rather than going overseas with the partner universities?
Oh yes, of course, no problems with that. Local universities, again, a lot of our alumni besides, I would say 50% of our students, they will go overseas to our partner universities. Then the rest of them, 50% of them can easily get into any of our local universities or colleges, that offer degree programs. And again, they are doing well. I still keep in touch with a lot of them, and they are just performing well, even in our local universities.
But let's say if they were to do their degree locally, not with partner universities, they will have to start from scratch, right? For like 3 years program or 3.5 years compared to doing it with partners.
Of course, it may not be as short as our partner universities, like 9 months only, but they definitely can get exemptions, which is why a lot of our alumni, when they enroll in or register for any local universities for their degree program, they will then just need to get the list of our subjects that we have done. And then I would say a lot of our students get a lot of exemptions because of the subjects that we have offered in diploma level. So I would say that our students can finish their degree in like 1.5 years. I mean, that is the shortest, or if not 2 years to get their degree.
And for students who was actually doing their degree with our industry partners, with our university partners overseas, during this current COVID pandemic season, are they allowed to travel overseas, or can they do like the first few semesters in Malaysia itself but online?
No, they will be required to travel overseas still. That's the requirement there. And in fact, we have a bunch of them who's ready to go in this coming September. So of course you need to satisfy those requirements, such as getting vaccinated and all that. So the classes there are slowly opening up, but I know last year, because the pandemic was in full force, our students were there. They were there in the university hostel, but they were doing classes mostly online. But besides that, I mean, I'm keeping in close touch with all my ex-students. I see their IG, all their Instagram posts. They are having a good time there. Because there are a big bunch of them together in the hostel, working on assignments together. So the learning experiences is there. It's only thing that classes are still online. That's all.
Yeah, I remember seeing an Instagram post of about 20 of them went overseas last September.
And then they're all still there. Actually, they just graduated. They're still there because all of them found a job. Because they're allowed to work for a year or so there. So they found a job, and then they've moved to the capital city in Dublin. And again, they're having such a good time there. I envy them.
Right, okay. We are stuck here. We can't go anywhere. Okay, so the last question, if a student is interested in doing a degree in child psychology or psychology in general, would the early childhood program be a good program to explore, as a stepping stone towards a child psychology degree?
Yes. Of course, because early childhood education belong under the psychology umbrella, so it's very much interrelated, you see. So if someone wants to focus on child psychology, then early childhood education will give them a very good foundation about how children learn and how they behave. So having a diploma in early childhood, once they have that, then they can top up with a degree in psychology. Then that will make their qualification, they are very holistic and very suitable as a child psychology.
Right, thank you so much, Ms. Poh Swan, for your time today, and thank you to all our other speakers who have joined us earlier today.